Hey y'all, I'm Marika, aka Brooklyn Betty. Welcome to my channel. Welcome in. If you're new here, I be all over the place, out and about. And this week, I really was just like couch surfing and couch rotting. But that last vlog that I did left a real sour taste in my mouth. And I'm all about results and solutions. I'm very solution oriented. I think that's like the alpha male, extreme independent woman that's in me. And I needed to find a solution. Like, I hated everything that I bought. Like, even lately, just looking on the internet at stuff, I hate everything. Like, it's just a lot of things. The quality isn't there, the wow factor isn't there, the uniqueness isn't there, and the repeat offenderness isn't there. Like, I like to wear things into the ground, and I haven't really been seeing anything that's wear into the groundable. So there have been a few thrifts that I have been, well, not thrifts, Emma, I'm gonna let you go by, not thrifts, but like consignment and just vintage stores within the New York City area. So I had to come down here and do some errands and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, let me just go and check out these places that I haven't checked out, but they've been on the list. So yeah, let's go do that. Let's go see if these spots are up to snuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm in the descent when it comes to like thrifts and stuff like that, because a lot of things that people say is good or that they like, I usually don't like. And I think it's because I've thrifted or like consignment or vintage shopped all over, from your eBay to your Poshmarks to your Depops to other states to other countries. So when people be rating these places like, oh, must go to thrift shops, it's just like, let's see. So I'm gonna go to about 3, maybe 4, and I'm gonna take y'all along with and let y'all know my reviews and let y'all know if it's good enough for y'all to go visit. I don't want y'all to waste a trip. I think the most important thing about shopping vintage or like consignment in New York City especially is to go often. Like, get cool with somebody that works there, or not even get cool, but like, hey, like, how often? I know with like Beacons, which I'm in the neighborhood of now, I wasn't even supposed to go here, but since there's a spot that I want to check out that's near Beacons, I'm just like, okay, whatever. My favorite Beacons is Guernsey Street in Brooklyn, and then Bogart, and then I love this one that's down here by NYU 14th Street area. Ooh, what was that? But yeah, what I was saying is, like, see, when you go to these places, see like when they get their intake. I know with Beacons, they accept stuff every day, so they're getting new inventory every day. And if you're really on the hunt for like good stuff, like some of my best things that I've ever gotten from Beacons, it was because I was going often, like twice a week, and I was looking like for specific things. And if that's the case for you, you want to just frequent a place or like just talk to them and see. Like, I know L Train, I feel like they have a certain people are so annoying. Like, you see me recording, you want to stop and talk in front of me while I'm recording. But L Train, I feel like they have dates where they like get new stuff. So you might just want to inquire, like go in and be like, hey, do you get inventory on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays or whatever, and then you know when to come in kind of for the new stuff. But the key is consistency, like to go and continuously be looking for something. But without further ado, let's go into the stores. So I always find that Beacons is very digestible for maybe the beginner vintage shoppers or people who just don't have a lot of patience. Their stuff is almost always color coded and inappropriate sections. The coats are with the coats, the pants are with the pants, the shoes are with the shoes for the most part. So they make it very easy to find stuff. And I just always love how when I first walk into most Beacons, you find a piece. Like, these first 2 pieces were fire. Like, if they were my size, they probably would have been in my shopping bag. But I really love like the curation of their pieces. I love how they have like their designer and more luxury goods either high up or behind the counter. So if you're looking for some luxury shoes, you know to hit up behind the counter. Also, they always usually have fire and nice moto jackets, like very good quality colorful. And lately, they've been having a lot of varsity style stuff, which I love. And I don't know, back in the days, you would never be able to find like Jordans. But here goes it. Like, they had a bunch of Jordans, which is really saying a lot for like the sneaker market. Like, it's not too much on me with the hip hop streetwear stuff. A lot of people are wearing Sauconys or New Balance or Asics. And they had some Louboutins in there. And these Jordans, they not real, child. But I love how they had them up there, those Virgil-esque sneakers. But you can find some luxury stuff in there if you are in the market for that. But I just really love their curation, how it's just very whimsical. These heels were so fun. Like, I would 100% buy those and rock those. But again, with the moto jackets, like colorful, durable, very gently used. Like, anytime I go and take my stuff there, they always inspect and give me the side eye. So they really are big on quality there. Like, they don't skimp. And I love that they had this colorful, lightweight knit. Like, they're very season appropriate there. No surprise there, because Beacons is always that girl. Beacons is the store that if you just go in and you have no intentions on buying anything, if you don't have willpower, you will find something. Like, because as soon as I walked in, it was a varsity just sitting there waiting for me. Like, hey, girla, like, I know you're tight. I know what you like, just take me home. And they had like a bunch of like nice little like lightweight sweaters for the spring weather. They had moto jackets, nice vintage Wilson's leather, like, cannot go wrong. Colorful leather jackets, like, all of the things. Beacons is always going to be a contender if all else fails. Like, fall back on them. What are we honking for? Where are we going? Like, there's traffic, bruv. Like, that's it. Oh my God. But yeah, this is my fault that the city is so damn noisy, because I was supposed to get out early and come do this, but I was just fighting for my life. Like, for whatever reason, I couldn't get my life together today to come to the city early to avoid all of this noise, all of this hustle and bustle. So now here goes it. But I'm walking over to the next spot, and I feel like I'm in my early 20s again, when I used to do this all the time. Like, just dedicate a Saturday or early Sunday to come walk around the city, or come go to numerous thrift stores. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. This one was a little bit more chaotic. This one really felt like a big thrift store, if you're familiar, like when you go to like your Goodwill or your Salvation Army, and it's kind of like you gotta want to know what you're in there for, like what you're looking for. Otherwise, you're gonna feel very overwhelmed. Like, they had a little bit of something for everybody, which I really do love, because sometimes you go into these places and it's just like curated to the gods, and it's just like, well, the thing that I was looking for, you guys don't really have. But I really love their leather selection and their cowboy boot selection. Like, if you're trying to be like cowboy cartered up, like, go there. But I just love like the mashup of things that they had, from like sports jackets to like NBA jackets to like varsities to startup jackets to leather vests. Like, they just had a pick of the drawer for like everybody, and I think that was beautiful. Like, I really did enjoy that. I love their denim selection, and they had a lot of camo pants. I think this is a great source of inspo, especially if you sew, or if you like to DIY things, and you could just go in and get some cheaper pants or some cheaper cargos and make some shorts or make a skirt. Like, I think it was very good for that. They did have great varsity jackets too, of course, which I always love. Like, I think around this time, spring and the fall, most vintage shops tend to carry some nice varsities. I love this mint green button-up suede top. Like, are you kidding me? They had knits upon knits, which I think is still appropriate for this cool weather. But I love that they had some bright, colorful pants for women, because I really think I want some red jeans to wear with some nice loafers in the spring. What? So Thrift NYC, I don't know. I'm kind of torn about what I saw. So I don't know if it is a good thing to be like in touch with the trends, or I don't know, maybe it's their aesthetic. This is my first time going to them. I've like walked past a few times, but the the visual merch in the window has never compelled me to go inside. So I went in today, and like, it's very cowboy Carter, very cowboy boots, like leathers and stuff like that. And I know that is like staple vintage, but I can't help but wonder, like, is this like on trend, or is this like your natural curation, or are you just doing this because this whole cowboy theme, Western theme, is kind of like trendy right now? So I'm a little skeptical about that. But overall, they did have like great pieces. They had like great t-shirts. If you're into like vintage, like worn in tees, graphic tees, like they had that, they were very great for that. They had great colorful denim for women, and they had good worn in vintage for men. Like, I like to buy men's vintage denim when I do. They also had varsity jackets, which you know I love. They had a good curation of leather jackets and colorful leather jackets for the women, which I thought was really, really cute. And yeah, overall, I think especially if they like kind of go off of a trendy vibe, like very kitschy, then you might be able to find some stuff that's on trend, some stuff that is popular now, which is, I think, a great option for a vintage store. It kind of gives you a taste of the vintage and the modern stuff, because you know everything comes around full circle. Like, whatever's new was vintage at one point, and they just resurrected it. So I think it was a decent spot. Definitely, if you want some cowboy boots or some Western style stuff, moto jackets, varsity jackets, some good denim, that is a good option for you to go check out. I don't think I was too big of a fan of it, just because of, you know, the whole cowboy trend right now. I'm just not into it. I do own like cowboy boots and stuff like that, but I much rather prefer a Durango. Not gonna lie, I love a Durango. But yeah, I think it is a good option if it is indeed like niche and like kitschy, and they change it up depending on the trends. I'll have to like check back and see if that's the case, or if they just have this Western old like denim vibe. Maybe that just might be their thing. But it's definitely worth a check out if you're into vintage tees, or if you're looking for like some good denim and some nice cowboy boots. They had fire cowboy boots, those light blue ones, insane. Like, I love those. If they were my size, I probably would have tried them on, but they were so good. So I mean, definitely might not be my thing per se, but I think it's worth a check out if you are interested in any of those things vintage wise. Was quite literally holding on by a thread, so I had to go into Chacha Matcha for my emotional support matcha. I popped in Zara to make another return, and this lady was in the line with these fire Loewe sneakers. Like, do you see that nubby suede? So freaking good. I'm doing better with showing y'all what I'm wearing for the day. I got this like OD destroyed varsity jacket from Depop for like $40 hairs, and I love it so. Like, it's just so good. The pants are Urban Revivo, and this skater guy like stopped me and was like, oh my god, like, your pants are fire. This is what I'm talking about, gag worthy. Like, I love buying things that are fire. Like, who wants to buy boring stuff? I stole this hat from Harpo. It says born to hunt, forced to work, which I feel 100%. Like, get out there and make our money, papas. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing for us. But nah, this was in the freest of peoples. I wanted to try on this sweatshirt that I had saw online, but why are the sleeves so young like this? Like, and I don't think I have really long arms. I love the button detail with the flowers, but the arms are just too damn short. So, of course, again, a no. So this third place is very near and dear to my heart, because it's been around forever, and I was surprised when I Googled it that it was still open. So I'm excited to show y'all. It's such like mayhem, and it's noisy, and it's very like heavy metal-esque music. Well, it used to be. It was a little twisted, but they had good things like varsity jackets galore, always. Varsity cardigans and stuff. So I'm excited to see, like, with the turn of fashion and just how things are changing, like, if they have changed, if they still stick to like the aesthetic and the things that they used to normally bring. So yeah, we're about to walk over there to like the St. Mark's Astor Place area and see what we can see. So this is definitely the type of music that they play in here. It's a little loopy, but the pieces are good. So don't be alarmed. Like, especially if you are looking for like those rocker studded out moto jackets, phenomenal. I always came here for like their plaid skirts and for their varsity jackets and their varsity sweaters. Like, they always had the most creative, unique type of varsity jackets that I've ever witnessed in the city. Like, look at that shoulder detail. Like, no other vintage stores really had those type of varsity jackets, like just the uniqueness in the city that I've experienced. So Search and Destroy got all bougie on me, talking about I couldn't record in there. So I did what I could, but I can confirm that they do still have like vintage varsity jackets, like all the way in the back, like as far as you can go. They have like Army and Navy stuff, like, you know, like the Army type fight jackets and blazers with the emblems on it and things like that. They do have like vintage blazers, and I think they have like the best plaids ever, like the best plaid sturdy skirts, vintage, different colors that you never really see, like light blues and greens and different things like that. And they definitely have like statement moto jackets, like with the spikes and stuff all over it. Like, that's really their zhizh. Like, so if you come out and see if you go there and see a bunch of like guys with like mohawks and spiked jackets, like, don't be alarmed. Like, that's the theme of the shop. So go in anyways, and they have varsities and stuff in the back. I'm not gonna lie, their prices have skyrocketed. Like, I remember getting varsity jackets from them back in the days, and they're like 70-80 bucks. Now they're like 180, but they do have great jackets. So if you are not into like curating or finding them on eBay, and you want a selection to be able to pick out from, or even I'm gonna give you the tea, even if you want to know kind of what your vintage size is. Like, I'm usually like a 38 in vintage varsity jackets. So if you don't know what size you are and you want to go in there and try them on, so that you can go on eBay or Poshmark or something like that and find a vintage one in your size, cool. But the prices were crazy. It was like $180 for most vintage jackets, and I just can't fathom. Like, I really like them, like to be ate up like this, the kind that I have on, where it's like a lot of extensive wear. But I think I got this from like Depop for like 40 bucks. So I would not recommend as far as cost efficiency to go there. But if you're somebody who needs like fashion inspo, or you just want to have a different experience with like fashion, vintage fashion shopping, I definitely would highly recommend going there. It's kind of like a culture shock a little bit, not gonna lie. But the prices actually are like astronomical now. So I wouldn't recommend like going and purchasing anything, but like for inspo purposes, or if like you want to try on some vintage stuff just to know your sizing, cool. Or if you want to just check out the allure of the store, because it's actually a really pretty cool store. But yeah, go all the way to the back. On the right hand side, their vintage varsity stuff is back there, and it's pretty cool. Like, I would recommend as far as like quality and selection, but as far as the price point, it's a little bit too high for me, especially having that history of how much it used to be, and of course inflation and time goes by. But I couldn't imagine going from paying 70 bucks for something to like basically double that. So that's just my take on it, but I think it's a worthy checkout. It's a worthy spot to check out and see. But I'm headed to this next place, which is probably the last place. I don't know, I'm losing daylight, so and no, we gonna see how quickly I can get through and see the stuff at this next place to determine whether or not I must try to squeeze in another one for y'all. But so far, so good. I'm not gonna lie. Quality, 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 diversity, uniqueness, all of the things. So if you want to go here for research purposes, like if you just like to see designer stuff and want to see like a designer time capsule, heavily recommend. Like, the colors did all of the things for all of the inspiration that I needed. Like, I like to go like window shopping, like just to see what the stores have and maybe get some inspiration for the things that I have in my own closet, or just see how certain stores pair certain things and get some inspiration from that. And this was very much that, like seeing like quilted stuff and just a time capsule of Margiela tabby boots. Like, I've never seen these before, like in real life, like out in the wild, nobody wearing them. So this was a fun like little Mrs. Frizzles field trip for me coming to this store. So I'm glad that I saved it for last, because it definitely was the best. And not because it is luxury goods, it's just the curation and the thoughtfulness behind it. And I think that is very indicative for most Japanese places. Okay, like they're gonna bring it every time. Like they have something with the way they curate a space that is just like unparalleled to anywhere else. And I don't know how they do it, but I love it, and I'm happy that I went. Like, okay, Margellas, like, and the prices were good. These boots, like, I wanted to gag and like throw up. Like, they were a size 6. If they were a 7, I would have been walking out of the store with the boots on. Like, I don't even know what shoes I wore, but these boots is going on my feet now. But I really love like the selection of the pieces that they had, and it speaks a lot to like the passion of certain stores. Like, when you see a store and they put so much thought behind the things that they carry, it really entices you to want to shop here. Like, I didn't buy anything today, but I definitely be like, okay, I'm going back, because you know that they have good selections, and you're most likely going to find something that you want to buy and that you love and that is of great quality and that's going to last you a couple of years. And we love that. Like, I feel like this store really fulfilled the way that I was down in the dumps about the things that didn't work out for my last unboxing. Like, this really checked the boxes, because they had all of the things and all of the feels. I loved it. Tokyo 7, y'all got it. Great curation of pieces. If you're into luxury goods but you're not trying to pay that full price tag, they had a lot of nice things. Loewe, Margiela, J.W. Anderson, like, in great condition, great prices, and it's definitely worth a trip if you're in the area. I'm mad that I slept on it for so long, not thinking that it was going to really be anything. I went to Tokyo maybe about 2 years ago, and it really gave like how the stores are like very curated, very organized, very pristine out there. So yeah, definitely go take a gander, see what you can see. If those Margiela glitter boots were in my size, baby, I might have would have had to hide a bag from Harpo, because yeah, I think they were like $400, and Margiela tabbies, they're usually like $1,000, and I don't think I've ever seen that glitter color. It was just so fun, very Wizard of Oz, no place like home, so cute. Like, I definitely will be back. They had a great selection of men's wear. I love men's pants and the tailoring and things like that, but those fry boots, those white distressed Durango fry boots, fire. If they were a size 7, I definitely would have walked out of there with them. And I'm not even like on a no buy, like being strict. It's just I haven't been awakened or inspired to buy anything. And those boots, those are the aha, what I'm saying, the gag that, oh, I want to buy these and I want to live in these. I want to wear these every day. So now I'm going to be on the hunt trying to find those boots, because those boots were spectacular. Like, wear with some denim rolled up, wear with skirts, wear with everything, some sweats. Like, I just loved so much. They had like a lot of quilted stuff in there. They had men's sneakers. Their shoe selection was actually really good. But the designer stuff, baby, prices were great, stupendous. Like, I have no notes on this store, but definitely check out Tokyo 7 if you can. If you need some inspo, if you just want to see what they got, like, it's a consignment spot, and they just have a great selection of things. And I'm never gonna stop saying that the fashions in Tokyo and Japan overall, crazy. So I don't even know why I like slept on them the way I did, but I'm happy that I'm finally awakened now and that I'll be back there, because it was just really that good. So overall, all of the places that I've been to, they've had potential, they've had great things. So I'm very excited about that, and hopeful that now that, even though, you know, our Zaras and our Bloomies and our Nordies and, you know, all of the things, they're a little lackluster, but I still have my old faithful vintage and consignment shops that I can go to and get some inspo and get some new stuff that is actually really good, gag worthy. Like, I didn't even look at the designer on that skirt, but that skirt that was like the bees and all of that, that was like varsity patch kind of material. Fire, gag worthy. you'll never ever see anybody else walking down the street with you with that same thing on. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the type of inspo that I love. So I'm very excited that I got out today and was able to take y'all with me on my exploring to find some gagadocious things, and we did just that. I'm losing daylight real big, y'all, but overall my roundup between the Thrift NYC, Beacon's Closet, Tokyo 7, and Search and Destroy, all phenomenal stores. Honestly, all had great quality things for different reasons and different seasons. As far as Thrift NYC goes, I feel like it's more of a niche type thing. If you're looking for like Western stuff or maybe like trendy things, that is a good option. If you're looking for like sturdy leather jackets and colorful leather jackets, they definitely had those. Some nice denims. They had nice vintage worn in denim for sure. Beacons, I think it's just a tried and true spot. It's just like something for everybody, something for every occasion. No matter what you might be looking for in the market for, you most likely are going to find it at Beacons. Like, it's just that girl. Like, it's a one-stop shop. It's giving the Walmart of vintage stuff. That's what Beacons gives. Like, a little bit of something for everybody, which I love. Search and Destroy is very, again, niche, kitschy to certain things. So if you're looking for like moto jackets, or if you're looking for like varsity jackets, or like vintage plaid skirts and shorts, Search and Destroy is it. If you're looking for like those studded moto jackets, Search and Destroy for sure has it. So again, very particular. You go to these places for certain things. And then last but not least, Tokyo 7, that is a consignment. That is luxury goods. If you're looking for the name brand things, your Loewe's, your J.W. Anderson, your Margiela, Tabitha boots, stuff like that. If you're in the market for, oh, I just want something luxury, but I'm not trying to pay Essence or Louisa Veroma prices, I'd rather just get it secondhand, that is the spot for you. And they had luscious goods. Like, the luxury stuff was good, gently worn, gently priced. Like, I think that's very unbeatable in my opinion. But I hope y'all enjoyed my roundup, and I hope y'all have a little list and y'all can write down that you want to visit these places based upon the things that I'm telling y'all that you should probably be going in for. And that's about it. Thank y'all for coming along with me and my shenanigans and walking around these loud New York streets. Me talking to myself, aka my besties in my head, talking to y'all out here looking cray-cray-licious, because I know that man back there is probably looking at me like, girl, who are we talking to? But any hoodles, thank y'all for coming along for the journey as per the usual. And I'll see y'all back here next Sunday. Love y'all, mean it, bye.